Hey, GW coming to you live once again. Hey, just wanted to take a quick minute of your time and tell you guys about a horror film that basically, to me, is pretty underrated, and it's Wes Craven's The Hills Have Eyes. Stars Michael Berryman and Dee Wallace Stone. And if you guys have not seen this film, it's about the Carter family who is going to California, who basically drive through Nevada and get menaced by cannibal mutants, and it led by Michael Berryman, and it is a pretty intense, shocking movie. One of the more disturbing points of this movie is that the father in the Carter family gets set on fire, and it's a pretty brutal sequence, and it makes road trips frightening. So if you guys haven't checked that out, you guys need to. It did spawn a sequel, The Hills Have Eyes Part 2, which the survivor of the first film, one of the survivors of the first film, actually lead a motocross team through the same stretch of desert and get menaced by the same type of cannibal mutants. And I'll be reviewing that film tomorrow. But I just wanted to stop and say, hey, this is a film that any horror film buff should check out. And if you guys do not know Michael Berryman, his career took off with the popularity of this movie. And if you guys don't know Michael Berryman, if you guys ever watch Weird Science, with Anthony Michael Hall and Ian Michael Smith, if you guys ever watch that film, he is in that. He is one of the people that ride the dirt bikes all around the house, tearing up stuff in the middle sequence. And he basically got a bald head, nose. Really weird looking guy. You guys would know him if you see him. But his performance in here is why you want to watch the film. Because he's a psycho, and he plays it so well. And the outfit, it's awesome that he has on. So, if you guys have not seen it, give The Hills Have Eyes a try. And I know it's a great film because my wife has only watched this film one time. She cannot watch this film due to the fact that she is frightened and disturbed by it. And when you're frightened and disturbed by a good horror film, that film, by definition, works and is very, very, very unapologetic. And it works on so many levels, and it's a hit. So definitely, if you guys haven't seen it, check out The Hills Have Eyes by Wes Craven. Then check out the Alexander AJ remake, The Hills Have Eyes. It's a little bit more graphic. Same story, but very much more intense. So that's my quick review of The Hills Have Eyes. And like I said, tomorrow we'll be doing The Hills Have Eyes Part 2, in which we will recap or review how good it is compared to the original. But there is one thing I'd like to say without giving away any spoilers. Michael Berryman's character in the first film is attacked by a canine, left for dead. Yet he is in the second picture. So I'm going to try to figure out how this guy makes it through a vicious dog attack, because the dog went right for his throat in the first film. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to give away any more plot lines. But then he makes it in the second film. Healthy as ever. So we're going to figure out how he did that. In the meantime, check that movie out. And this is GW. And I just want to say, glad everybody is, cooperating. Wearing the mask and the whole nine, because we don't need to be sick. We don't need to be making this situation more worse than what it is. But at the same time, I've noticed a lot of stuff going on because of all this. People are more helpful. There are a lot more acts of kindness being thrown around, and I think it's great. And I think that it's bad that a plague or a pandemic had to bring out the best in people, but I am glad to see that. So I just wanted to thank everybody who's been awesome with me. If you guys are watching, hey, cool. If you guys You guys keep it up out there, because it's good to see everybody supporting each other, even in times of crisis. But that aside, check out The Hills Have Eyes by Wes Craven. Underrated horror classic that gets under your skin, disturbs you, and is one of the foundations of modern horror.